as well before Scott's internet.
Yeah, before Scott's internet crap. So yeah, we've been trying to go just wait for people. It's just hardly anybody around on Wednesday night for some reason.
How
Everybody's
rude.
got their own lives to do. Well, the other thing is
Why?
like, where the fuck is Karen?
Why doesn't? Well, you know what? Everyone will finish masturbating or masturbating with their significant other, and then they'll come join Nick. That's just the circle of life.
Circle jerk of life.
None of us wash our hands
Circle
after doing that
of
either.
I'm done jerking off now to hang out with an actual jerk.
There you go. Gonna add some more salt and pepper to Nick's hair.
Gross. All right, welcome back
it's
to
more,
Beer
more
Dorks
salt now
Untitled.
than pepper.
BDU. The unofficial BDU. I guess I don't know. Nobody's using that title anymore. Beer
Is
Dorks.
this, is this the one where you steal people's friends from other Wednesday night shows?
I guess. Well, I mean, technically, we were the friends that were stolen by a certain individual, but who now works half
Isn't
most of
stolen.
the time.
I blame Chris Lezak.
Oh yeah, well, the whole let's blame Chris. It's all his fault. Anyway, so what's everybody drinking? Greg, start with you.
From GLB, I'm original like that. Mayflower, New England Pale Ale. Now I'm just trying to
Ooh,
look up. This has some weird flowery shit in this.
there's some weird flower
Age
shit.
old dilemma: beer or flowers? Is that really an age old dilemma? Do they actually say what's in this though? Because there's some sort of fucking. No, they don't. But it's got a weird flavor to it. I'm not really sure what
Does it say anything
truffle.
online on their website? What they brewed it with, or
I'll hold on. I'll look it up. They talk about it being like very flowery, and I 100% agree with that. But I'm like, did you actually put some sort of flowers in it? Hold on. Well, while Scott's talking, I can look up what if they have anything interesting to say about it.
they're just looking at what they have on their site. But yeah, let's talk to Scott. Hey Scott, how you doing? Live from the trailer park.
Live from the trailer park. It's Saturday night. No.
Getting
I'm
bush.
in an undisclosed homeless location. I have my Bush Ice. It's a 6% beer. Made by, funny enough, Anheuser-Busch. Haha! No. So,
Ah,
Anheuser-Busch down to Labatt, from Labatt down to the Halifax Brewing Company in Halifax, Nova Scotia, is Bush Ice. 6%. It is in the it's in the value brand category. So it same price as the the G line, and there's Bush. There's Bush Ice, which is their heavy, Bush, which is their regular, and Bush Light. So they're in the same space as the James brand from Moosehead. Same price. This and said stuff because we all love Moosehead all so much.
Well, I think that Bush Ice is pretty cheap, isn't it? Like $30 for a 15 pack or something.
Bush Ice is $28.99 for a 15 pack.
Fuck.
Again, it's in the same category as value brand beer that James Reddy is for Moose.
Except for you get 3 more cans. What are you saying, Greg?
Except the
I was just gonna say, in my vast research, I find no further information about this beer other than it's supposed to be a Mother's Day type beer. It came out 2 weeks ago, actually, and it's very. I find it very flowery. I think they just put hops in to make it very floral. I don't think the GLB is usually pretty good about telling you about what adjuncts they put in it, and I see no information about it whatsoever. So I'm gonna say no adjuncts in this.
Well, yeah, I found the thing on Great Lakes Facebook page about it, just talking about is it hops or is it flowers or some shit, beer or flowers? What do you get your mom for Mother's Day? So it's a classic. It's basically a floral smelling New England Pale Ale, from what I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I think it
Tropical
is, and
fruit,
it's
fine.
yeah, it is very floral. Too bad they didn't put like hibiscus or elderflower or some other bullshit in it, and they could say it's a real flower beer.
Now, while I was flipping through Great Lakes Brewery's releases here, I saw one that kind of piqued my interest. Apparently, they released a West Coast IPA called 2010. I'm not sure if that was been out before or you sent one to me before, but I'm
Yeah,
like,
they release. I don't know if I ever sent you one. They release it a few times a year. It's basically an
okay.
old school recipe. I had one, but I drank it. I think I actually drank it on our
No.
podcast night on
Oh,
Saturday. So I mean, I can get another one,
well,
but
that's exciting. Oh, I just see 2010 and I'm like kind of having my interest peak because that's when IPAs were all about the bitterness, baby. That was back when IPAs were poison.
yeah,
Scott,
it's definitely a more bitter beer than I think most people are used to nowadays.
oh, Scott's got tail.
Oh my goodness. Now I know Scott's not actually under one, but just the fact that he's drinking Bush under what appears to be a bridge makes me happy.
Now he's under a bridge. That's the covered bridge out by Sussex Four Corners.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right,
Well,
Scott. Your undisclosed location is right
Right.
underneath the bridge.
Right.
I'm just happy all you
But that's all
people.
right.
I'm just happy all you people protested and made sure they didn't get rid of that uncovered bridge. Now Scott's got wonderful internet connection from there.
Bubba Sadies is in the chat saying TE. Cheers to the Sadies. I'll just say, I guess that he said thank you. And as for Scott's thing, where yeah, of course you got a light there. That just means that that you've got one of those lights in the dollar store. You can just stick to the ceiling and press the button to turn it on and off. There's a dollar store in Sussex. You could have shoplifted one.
Go stores in Sussex.
What?
There's a Canadian and a real. There's a great Canadian dollar and a regular dollar store.
All around?
Yep.
You would have had to walk a bit. And I know you don't have a bike because it's still sitting in my garage.
Car. Don't live under a bridge, Nick. It's a trailer, and I have a car and I drive.
Come on, I was trying to read. Bubba Sadie says,
No?
purple shirt guy won't let those goats across the bridge. Yeah, goats across the bridge. Okay. Before he lets it across, he must answer his three riddles.
Ooh, what's the first riddle, Scott?
Yeah, Scott, what's the riddle?
What's in my pants?
How? I was going to say, how big is my wiener? No. What is three riddles? What is my favorite?
What is your favorite color? Wait. No. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? What do you mean?
How big
European
is
or African swallow?
Or
Shouldn't ask how big your wiener is. How big is my hand?
So Bubba Sadie's comment about with the won't let those goats cross the bridge says that's from Aesop's fable, which must make the rest of us look like uncultured swine for not knowing the reference, except for maybe Scott.
I mean, I remember reading that. I mean, if you asked me, I don't think I would have gotten the answer, but I do remember reading Aesop's Fable back in the day. It was a
So
lazy
otherwise,
butthole.
butthole. So otherwise, Scott, how's the camper life treating you?
not too bad. I mean, we got a later model car that has all the bills. It's got bathrooms. It has a washer and a dryer, 3 TVs. We built a deck.
Mm.
You built it. Dad.
Has an outside shower hookup, and yeah. So I mean, it's never been to any trailer trailer park, any campground. It's pretty much the same as anywhere. Like I said, the internet not the greatest. 10 gig line, but because during the week there are not many campers, I have good use the line Monday to Friday from you know, well, sorry, Sunday at 8 or 9 p.m. till Thursday at, Thursday night. I usually have pretty good internet, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday are pretty crappy because now you have upwards to 1,600 people using one internet line. So what we ended up doing was we paid for 3 unique IPs and put a route in a trailer so that all the things in the trailer, like the TVs that are to Wi-Fi, the Alexas, my wife's computer, all the computers, all the tablets, all stuff with the Wi-Fi in the trailer, which is only one IP to the server. So, like I said, during the week, problem, but during the weekend, it's all you can do to stream one video or stream music, and then that's it.
Were you able to do any of your job interviews from there, or did you have to go to like a Starbucks or something?
I have not had to do any interviews from here. Right. When I got here, I had my job, and I haven't had the opportunity to do any other job interviews.
Oh, okay.
Even so, if you were in a pinch, you could still like hotspot through your cell phone. Like, what kind of data plan do you get?
I get like gigs. So yes, and checking my spot off my phone.
I didn't even catch what you said there.
To do a job interview or whatever. So in a pinch, yes, I can hot it off my phone.
Yeah.
And do a job interview.
So what'd you say it was, like 15 gigs or something?
50 gigs.
50? Fuck.
Well, 50, that's plenty.
Reading the comments here.
But I mean, you go through that pretty quick if you're in that time.
Yeah, if you're not careful, especially.
Go ahead, read the comment.
Yeah, because I mean, like if you're doing it through your phone, like streaming through your phone, that's fine. But I mean, if you're streaming through your computer, then the computer doesn't know to be, to sip the data basically instead of drinking it whole. All right. So Mercedes says, not sure what tonight's theme is. I'm drinking a non-nitro Guinness Stout, lovely with full carbonation. Guinness Extra Stout, very nice. Get it every year in Florida. Oh fuck. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. I haven't had the American version of Extra Stout in a long time, but they brought a version of it here, and I think we could still buy it in the NB liquor stores, but I'm not sure where it's brewed. But I think it's actually brewed in Ireland now. But I love getting that stuff every once in a while. You can get like the bottles in a 6-pack, and oh man, it's better than the real Guinness. But I'm still a big fan of the Guinness itself. Like I'm a sucker for a nitro beer, even if it's not the lowest common denominator, but it's still a very enjoyable beer, I guess. But yeah, I guess I might as well, since this is in a way BDU, let's talk about some Canadian beer news, or rather maritime beer news. I'm sure Greg.
All right, what's new in the maritime?
Yeah, just recently over the last weekend. Everybody remember the saga of Ham River Brewing Company? Everybody who knows me has probably heard that story before. Where I used to really love their blueberry ale, apparently. But I know Scott for a fact did love their blueberry ale, blueberry ale. Shane Steves, the guy that owned Ham River Brewing for a while and got forced out of his company. He just opened up a new brewery, and they just opened to the public over the last weekend. They had their official official opening yesterday. Called Tragically Hopped Brewing. Well, Scott knows where this is, but you know where Salvatore's Pizza was, by where your old house was, like on Donnellan. Right next door to the. It used to be where that Tipsy's Roadhouse was. Anyway,
yeah, Tipsy Roadhouse was.
So Shane Steve's back in the business, doing beer brewing. Has a new brew pub opening, and on top of that, the former Hammond River Brewing building, so the actual major brewery itself, the Peddler's Creek people, Barrel's Head people, the restaurant that was at the front of the building, they bought the whole building, and now they've turned the entire building into Drifter's Brew Co. So they're going to be opening up with their own brewery and brewing their own beer in there. So I'm kind of excited for that too.
Do they have any?
That's
Do
actually
they have any brewing experience?
Well, I imagine that's something they could probably hire. And it'll be interesting to see how it is. But I know that they've bought themselves a brewery with the capacity to ship beers all over the province, if that's the case.
Okay.
And to add even more interesting information to this, the guy who basically, I want to say, drilled Ham River Brewing Company into the ground. Well, he's opened up a brew pub uptown, or not uptown, on the east side, called was it Fusion East? Have you heard Fusion East Tap Room by East Point?
Is that the way you're telling us about today, or is that a different one?
No, the one I was telling you about today is Drifter's Brew Co. That was just announced. Today. The signs up on the building and everything. And,
okay.
A local, supposedly world famous, but only people around here know him. Comedian James Mullinger. I was making a joke. It was like, "Hey, it's where Hammond River used to be." Anyway, so the guy that drove Hammond River Brewing into the business, out of the business. Has opened up a new brew pub on the east side of St. John called Fusion East Tap Room, and it's got a lot of the original Ham River beers on tap. So that's kind of cool. I'm hoping they don't taste like ass. Last batch of beer the guy made.
Oh, so they sold or I guess kept their recipes from Hammond River or whatever.
Yeah, so all the old recipes from Ham River Brewing are now part of Fusion East.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
Well, maybe if you can still have their beers and it's run by a better business person, and maybe it'll work better. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I'm just glad that both. It's kind of weird how it's mushroomed into a whole bunch of smaller breweries at this point. So hey, I'm all happy for an uptick in the number of beers that I can buy around here, rather than a decrease. So.
Well, enjoy it, because they'll all get bought out by big companies soon enough.
Yeah, so that's right. The Drifters is going to get bought out by Mill Street.
Oh fuck! You're probably not wrong.
No, they're going to be bought out by Anheuser-Busch.
Anheuser-Busch. You know what's a more
Directly.
likely scenario?
Directly.
More likely scenario is it's going to get bought out by Gahan. You'll have a Gahan in Rosse.
Yeah, well, they have does Gahan even do enough job in St. John?
I don't know. I think they're like one of the better restaurants up in the uptown, but they've got a Gahan in just about every major city in the area. There's one in Moncton, one in Farrington. There's one in Charlottetown. There's one in Halifax.
They don't do well, except when there's a cruise ship in. They don't do well with a local.
Yeah, but I'm wondering how much of that is because the traffic uptown sucks.
Well, Pub Down Under, which is right across the street, does all of the locals. And so does
the locals know where to get the
so does Churchill's. Churchill's does really well uptown.
Yeah.
And then you got the Boardwalk, which is really close too. And all the other eventually that are around there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
one down the street.
There's a lot of the restaurant goer crowd that would go to like Peddler's Creek up in Rosse, because you're also around the very suburban neighborhoods out there.
Right.
Lots of houses.
I don't
want to go back. I don't want to go uptown for this.
Sure, but the question is, does Gahan do good enough in St. John? And I don't think is no. It does do good enough in St. John.
I haven't even been to Gahan's.
Yeah.
There you go. I know there was like one time I went with. Who did we go with? The time we went to Gahan. It was a few years ago.
Should
But
you guys go with
I
like Carrie and Guy or something? I somehow remember
well,
that.
that was Churchill's we went to when we went to with Carrie and
Wow.
Guy. That was a good place.
So, for and do well with the cruise ship people because they have a microbrew in that basement facing Water Street for the people that are on and off the ship.
Maybe
Right?
there's a microbrewery in the is he saying the Diamond
In the-
Jubilee?
No, in Gahan's. You know where Gahan?
Well, yeah, I know where Gahan
these-
is.
In the basement, water. There's a microbrew.
Yeah.
That services the cruise ship passengers.
Okay. Yeah.
But no locals go there for Gahan.
All right. So.
And then on top of that, they're going PEI, and PEI is the birthplace of Gahan. So why would they go to shitty Gahan, John, when good Gahan in PEI is their next fucking stop?
Gahan's the restaurant. Like I believe it's owned by PEI Brewing Co. But Gahan's the restaurant. PEI Brewing Co. makes the beer for Gahan, and the Gahan operates a chain of. They have a chain of franchises of stores that have opened up all over the Maritimes. But the original Gahan house is actually in Charlottetown, PEI. I've been there before. But
me too.
I guess it doesn't matter if somebody was going to buy the place up and turn it into a Gahan. So, but yeah, it all depends. Is there a market for it? And I feel like, maybe you're right in the sense that I feel like it's a little on the expensive side for what you get. Like the fish and chips is almost $20.
Fish and chips here is fucking seemingly a lot more expensive than that.
Not New Brunswick.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're invited.
I also multiply everything by 2 because rarely do I buy food just for myself. So.
All right, so comments here. So Alblina Reno says, "Hi Nick, hi Greg, with hair and glasses." So you're Greg with hair and glasses here, Scott.
I mean, I never realized that.
That's actually right by the pool. Following that up, I hope no one is having a saison with high alcohol content.
I mean, this isn't technically a saison, but it may as well be with all the floweriness to it. But it's 5.4%. Perfect.
With lots of hops and spices.
Ooh,
mango and habanero.
There we go.
IPA.
Nick, the important thing is if you had farm workers, would you give them that to drink during a nice hot day?
Well, hell yeah, because then
he wouldn't give them water.
They wouldn't want to drink any more beer, so I'd be getting drunk while they're working.
He wouldn't even give them water.
Says, did you guys hear about the Calbino Gary Beer Fest 2024? I'm living in Dan's basement right now. Now for
that sounds like. I know about the Regina Beer Fest that we know is happening.
Yeah, I kind of wonder, is there going to be at some point soon, in the next few years, where Chad's going to want to do a beer fest for the Ronald McDonald House in Saskatoon or some shit, or where
he's been talking about it for years, but even in the Arctic, he was talking about going back to Niagara and doing a beer fest. But do I actually think it's going to happen? I don't know. That's not Listen, I enjoyed his beer fest, as you can tell. I wear his shirt. I still wear all his shirts every week.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fucking stress when it's like, okay, well, if this doesn't go well this year, then I'm gonna bankrupt my family. It's like,
yeah, I feel like, I think we even talked about it a long time ago that if he was to ever do it again, he should have a sponsorship, like a major brewery sponsor the whole thing, just so he's not on the financial hook. But
yeah. Well, and I mean, if you're just choosing to give all the money to a charity, which, it's a nice thing to do, but it's like, and I understand financially they can't help out, but I really don't see why Ronald McDonald House probably couldn't have sent a few volunteers to help him out, maybe, to help with the fest, but something tells me he probably didn't ask.
Ronald McDonald House doesn't have volunteers.
Oh.
Well, do they have employees then?
They barely keep place afloat.
Well,
So,
like the over $10,000 in donations, I'm sure they could spare a few people for an afternoon on a
Yeah, from
Saturday.
McDonald's. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
get
where
some
all their
of the
volunteers
McDonald's
are.
employees. Get some McDonald's employees. Just pull them off the
I
local
volunteered
restaurant
for.
chain.
Yeah, they don't need them there.
They can serve burgers at the beer fest. Perfect.
all right.
Okay, Nick, I'll have another beer.
You have another beer, Greg, while I talk. Okay, so what Sadie says, and this is actually a logical comment, where too many craft breweries, market correction coming. Can you do an episode and lay out a few that need to go? We have 2 in North Bay, and it's 1 too many. Yeah, I feel like, you know what? Actually, I feel weird. Could say, like, given the size of North Bay, I'm surprised you don't have any more breweries. I like Gateway City, which Gateway City I like no matter what Carrie says. I like Gateway City's beers. New Ontario can eat a dick. Unless they vastly improve their beer quality, I would. I'm not a fan of that stuff. That's the one that can dry up and blow away and make room for a better brewery. But for the most part, like, I was actually kind of surprised, like, considering that I guess there's a huge beer market in Ontario, but like with St. John, we've got like 4 or 5 breweries, and that's just in St. John. You come out to Quispamsis-Rosse area where I'm at, and there's four more, about to be 5. And then there's more in Hampton, like, and they all do relatively well as small, like, brew pubs kind of things where people go for a good time. But like North Bay only having 2 breweries for the entire city, that's the same size.
Especially when you got Carrie living there, who
you think you'd be drinking the whole thing.
It's not the same as the St. John. It's the same size as Quispam and Ross.
What, New Ontario, North Bay?
Isn't it? No, North Bay.
Well, North Bay, the population I think is what, 75,000, which is the core of St. John is only 6,500. Well, the core of St. John is like 150,000. Well, St. John area is 150,000, including Quispamsis-Rosse and Grand Bay. So if you were to go like the extended area, like GTA, like there's what's uptown? There's Wasted Day Brewing, Big Tide Brewing, Moosehead, Loyalist City Brewing, Trailway's got a depot up there. I'm probably forgetting someone. And
North Bay, Nick.
What?
North Bay is only 50,000.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason it was 150, but obviously I was mistaken.
That's still bigger than Rosse and Quispam combined. Or no, it's not.
Nope.
Rosse and Quispam combined is bigger than North Bay. But
right.
They're big enough to have themselves a CHL team that did pretty well this year.
They're big enough to have their own Lou Dogs location.
Yes, they've got. They're big
only
enough
because
to have, they're fucking world famous
there's no
right there.
Closer. There's no one close. Like, the only reason why Quispam doesn't have a CHL franchise is because one right next to it in St. John Sea Dogs.
Oh yeah, well you get the Sea Dogs, but I mean you could probably
in North Bay. There's nothing.
You could probably put a CHL team in the Qplex, but why?
Yeah, you could. And the funny thing is, the St. John Sea Dogs have a rather large arena.
Yeah, right. St. John's got a former AHL arena. They've got one of the biggest biggest arenas in the entire CHL.
Just 1 second.
All right, so okay, so finish the thought here. Let's go back to comments. Abelino Reno says Peddler's Creek is probably a hip zone. Oh, Paul's here.
Oh shit!
Oh, what are you guys doing?
We're chatting while Scott drinks under a bridge.
There you go. We're trying to read the comments, but we keep explaining everything, so it's taking us too long. I see the comments
That's how
there from
comments
the.
are supposed to work.
I
They're
see that the
interactive.
Alconauts are watching. Cheers, guys! Is that where you just came in from?
I
There?
was just on the hangout with Ray of the Alkanauts, and we were talking to him. I'm like, and I told him about your channel. I said you need to subscribe to Nick. You know what I mean? And then he's like, either live, and we're looking. I'm like, what beers did they drink? He's like, I didn't see any beer yet. I'm like, fuck, I better go get on this thing. Huge on hops again.
Yeah. Huge on hops heat. Yeah, I know it's the same one I drank last week on the episode, but I have another can. Went out and bought one more. We are doing just a normal, regular ass hangout on Discord tonight.
A cool hangout. Well, maybe I could figure out how to get Ray onto Discord. I don't know if he has a Discord though.
Yeah, if you want to invite him on, we're open for.
I think Nick has to just send him a Discord channel invite, and that's
Vito's Friday.
So
you're not
if you're just tuning in and you don't know who we are, that's Greg over here. I'm
over here there's Nick for me, there's Paul for me, and there's Scott.
Yeah, but people on YouTube are going to be looking at my view on my screen because I'm streaming that through Streamlabs right now.
Wow.
So
that's in the center of the universe low over there.
That is the Fuzz. So if you look at some of my old school videos, you'll see a whole bunch of collaboration beer reviews between me and the Fuzz down here. He's been one of my best friends
what we just learned is that me and Scott are the exact same person, except he has hair and
hair and glasses and a beard. And down here, of course, is everybody's favorite PA Brew News. Awesome dude as well. Haven't hung out with him in person in a long time, but I would love to. So
freakishly tall in real life.
Yeah, freakishly Paul in real life.
Well, he's freakishly Paul. Freakishly Paul in all situations.
There you go.
And as for me, I'm Maxwell Starr, aka Nick. Everybody just calls me an asshole. I've been doing beer tube for about at the end of April this last year. I celebrated my 13th anniversary, so I've been doing it for a long time.
I think I'm doing 13 this year too.
Yeah. Yeah, but have you hit 1,000 subscribers yet, Paul? Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Fuck no.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's fucking unfair because you got a great channel, man. You have a very great
whatever. That's okay. I like the channel.
And I'm not just trying to suck your dick here either.
I think my badge of dishonor is pretty cool. I think if I hit 1,000, I should close the channel. Honestly, that's what I should do. Like, no, fuck this. I'm done.
Oh, we're too fucking mean.
So you're saying you're going out strong?
Yeah.
You're gonna go out and not buy your own subs. Too soon?
Nope. Taylor Swift has billions.
I'm not gonna go. Ooh, too soon, baby. Too soon.
Too soon, baby.
Taylor Swift has billions of people, and she's still climbing. So you're going out on top of 1,000.
That's it. Exactly. See, classy. Classy, Freddie Blassie.
Taylor. Don't talk to me about wrestling.
Oh, Scott's a good old Swiftie.
Swiftie, baby.
Swiftie, baby.
How do you invite people to a Discord? I have no idea.
I don't.
If I go to
create invite, but I don't know how you actually.
You right click on this channel, on the voice channel itself, and then hit invite people, and then they just need this link right here. I might leave it up here so if you wanted to just manually jot it down.
Yeah, okay. Hold on.
Discord.gg / capital G, lowercase h, 5, uppercase U, P, U, F, F. Your invite link expires in 7 days.
Oh man, well if you can't join within 7 days, that's problematic. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna copy that link. I'm gonna send it to Paul as well. I'm going back full screen here though, so
send it to me.
I'll send it to you, Paul.
Cool.
It's exciting. Fresh blood.
Mm.
Yeah. fresh blood in here. That's a good time.
All right,
Nick, you gotta have some sort of initiation ritual like Lee does on his podcast, like the Beer God game. Which beer would you have go away forever, Molson Canadian or Budweiser?
Which brewery in Ontario would you have go away forever? It would be New Ontario. All right, so I'm gonna read some more comments here. So, Bubba Sadie's is like Albino Reno, really? Maybe Albino Rhino. Wait, dude, it's not Albino Rhino. Yeah, we know. It's Jamie, formerly known as Basement Beer Reviews.
Fucking Jamie.
Yeah, he hasn't done actually any beer reviews in a while, but he's an awesome dude. No,
I don't think Jamie even likes beer.
I was typing. That's me. I just spelled the name wrong. I was typing while I was bouncing around in a bus.
Fuck you, Jamie.
Sadie says, "Yeah, okay. I'll be back in a bit. Time to put the sheets in the dryer."
So since we have new viewers here, a lot of these are just inside jokes that we find fucking hilarious, and the rest of you are just like, "What is wrong with these idiots? Why is Nick left like a fucking jackass?"
If we're on like offline or something like that, we'll explain it. All right, so Bubba Sadie says Gateway is fire. I agree. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, there's not they're not the absolute peak of Ontario, but they're solid. Like I especially like their Lady Lee brought me one of their rice lagers that was really good. They had a smoked lager as well, or a smoked ale. It was pretty good too.
Yeah, Carrie and Lady Lee brought some Gateway. I don't remember if there was any New Ontario in there. They brought some Sawdust City, which we know Sawdust City is pretty good. Yeah. And I don't recall. Like I was a lot of drinking going on during that time, so I may not have individual memories, but I don't recall their stuff being bad. Like it seemed pretty good, or at least good enough.
All right, so Lena Reno says Gateway fire slow down. I mean, compared to New Ontario, yes, they are firing. Compared to the locals. But I mean, Sawdust City was. I've even heard that Sawdust City's not as good as it used to be. But they used to be like one of the for a while there. They were one of the best. Well, Sadie says that he worked in New Ontario. Fun folks, but no consistency. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I met some of the people that worked there back in 2019, and they were fine. They even gave Carrie Carrie just mentioned that we were doing a beer weekend, and they gave Carrie like a 2-4 of their beers, and I don't think anybody drank any of them. He just gave the rest to Chad.
Oh, he figured it out.
Sobe's dad. Is this the
right?
All right. Is this? I'm assuming this is Steve.
No, it's Ray.
It's Ray from the Alkanauts.
Absolutely.
Nice.
I actually did a thing. I did an internet thing.
He figured something out on his computer reader.
Jesus, what the fuck, Nick? You paid for a Steve.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, hang in while I get my settings figured out here, because I do not use Discord very often now.
That's all good.
So I gotta shut that down. Here we
the
go.
audio is nice. Great audio.
I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how Discord works
Right.
either. Somehow Nick at some point set up a channel 2,000 years ago, and it still works. So
It's going to take me a second to get my settings sorted out, because I still had another program running in the background. So hang in for a second.
Yeah.
I gotta
that's
figure
okay.
out
Well,
what's
luckily,
going
if you need any help, we have several IT guys in the chat. So
Well, I mean, Ray
we got
is
one
an
for
audio
hire down here.
audio perfect, so that's good.
It's all good, man. Give me 2 seconds here to figure out the video.
if we get your audio and Scott's video, we'd have a good combination.
It's a nice mixture.
Good video.
You got video?
I
I see.
What is going on
Scott's
here?
Come on, Scott's the one here with the trailer internet.
Here, baby.
Oh, Scott's got good video going, but sometimes his audio cuts out a little bit.
Here we are.
There we go. Hey,
Oh, there we go.
No.
welcome to the chat.
All right. I got to turn this down a little bit because my kids are freaking out because I'm too loud in the background.
Oh, well, you should let them know who pays for their home.
Yeah.
Ah, gotta love when beer tubers pick beer
everyone,
over
this is
family.
Ray from the Alkanauts. Ray from the Alkanauts. Everyone. Greg.
Nice to see you guys.
Nice to meet
And
you.
Scott. Yeah.
So
Kind of goes
Whoa,
in
it's
this
too bright.
order. Like Scott's the nicest guy. Nick's kind of an asshole, and I'm a big asshole.
Nice.
I'm a friend.
Well, Paul, we know what Paul
It's
is.
like everybody on the chat is measured by the gaping ass.
Yo.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is basically just
Never come back on
goats to
again.
the chat.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Greg.
Right.
Right, okay. So, I guess first
What are we
question I'm going
drinking?
to ask you is, what are you drinking?
Well, I started out with, hold on a second, let me find the can.
Woo. It was 1812 Amber Ale.
No.
from
I started with
It's
this
from New
one
Ontario.
tonight,
Oh, yeah.
which is it's
Phone Home.
Phone Home. It is a peanut butter porter from
Oh, yeah,
Winnipeg,
you were drinking
Manitoba.
Nice.
So I've actually just I've got a short video that I'm editing, and I'm going to throw that up soon on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
And then I jumped over to the 1812 Amber Ale from 1812 Brewing in that's in Western New York.
Nice.
And now I am on to a Canadian
Water.
classic, which is the Moosehead Lager.
Oh.
Don't talk about this.
Oh, don't talk to Scott about Moosehead.
From the chat. Nick him from the chat.
Yeah,
Scott-
you need to drain pour that and start with something else. No.
No way.
It's a fine beer, but Scott's living in a trailer right now because of Moosehead. He
Oh,
worked
no.
there and got laid off.
What is the story
Yeah,
behind
You didn't
that?
get fired. You didn't get fired.
Well, laid off.
He was
I got
working
laid
as
off
an
from Moosehead. I was their IT.
Like me and Scott live in St. John, which is where Moosehead's from. So
Okay,
Scott
yeah.
actually was an IT manager for Moosehead for 9 months. Got lured there to Moosehead for the promise of wanting to work for hey, you want to work for one of the greatest beer companies on the East Coast? And left a good paying job to do so, and then he got laid off with no severance. Or hardly any severance.
No.
So he's not having a great time because of
Living in a
Moosehead.
trailer.
And he's
Dude, I'm so sorry.
He's resorted to drinking Bush Ice for this chat.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I'm so
no,
I'm
feel
so
bad, man.
sorry.
You didn't know. It's just I mean
Yeah.
it's hey, I mean I love Moosehead. It's just it's a shitty deal.
Product was good. The product was good. I enjoyed. It was my favorite beer. It probably still is. But the financials did it out and they let me go. Not because of my own. Fine. And they sell you to keep 3 months of your pay for to find a new job. Oh, I kept 3 months of my pay and still didn't find a new job, so I had to sell my house and move into a van down by the river. No, trailer, actually, a fifth wheel.
Trailer down
Now
by the
I'm
drive-in.
living in a fifth wheel permanently. Yeah. Now I'm living a fifth wheel permanently, and it's about $50,000 to all because Moosehead couldn't do the books.
Man, I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
all
That's
because
horrible.
their fucking accountants should have fired themselves.
Yeah.
But
But I will say, Scott, it does sound like a very nice one. I'm happy for you for that, at least. But I know you'll do better, and all the best, bro.
Oh yeah, we know Scott's gonna get back on his feet.
But look at the bright side.
I mean,
now you can
I have a temporary job.
look
I
at the
do
bright
have a
side now.
temporary
You can
job.
see the screen at the local drive-in from your trailer.
I can see the of the
And-
local
and-
event
and-
from my
tune
trailer.
in on the radio.
and listen to
And Scott, you have 2 more pools than I do, so that's something.
Ooh, you do have those sex pools.
Yeah. I mean, chin up, buddy. Like it's gonna happen. IT guys are required everywhere because people are dumbasses now.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh my God.
Oh
yeah.
yes,
It's
I
gotten
have a job.
bad.
I start my day somewhere.
Do you have
Well, good for
to
you.
Job.
do you have to go in person, Scott? Since I know it's not that close to your place, or are you just remoting in
No, I have to move to PEI.
by Monday?
Oh,
Well, yeah. you're going there like during the middle of the week. Like, when do you start? Is it next week or
Monday.
Monday?
Monday, one day only.
What's your plan for next week? Just move into a hotel or something?
Moving to the country.
I rented a room.
Okay.
I rented a room that a student has. Yeah, but I only have it until school starts. So
Okay.
sublet in because their school over, right?
Right.
So they sublet me in for the summer, and then I find a place over the summer if I stay there.
Sounds like it'll work
Okay.
at least.
It might not be the same thing, but my grandfather, when he came from Pittsburgh to here, he had to stay in the Berwick Hotel for 2 months. He had to stay that and rent that hotel while he worked there before he got enough money to bring the rest of my family up here. And well, long story short, I'm born. Look at me. Yay. Yeah, I mean, so that's the start of my thing too. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, same bit. I mean, if I were to get a hotel for a month down there, it'll cost me more than what I saw. So I had to like in a sublet in an apartment.
Well, I mean, hotels are expensive, long term because they're not meant for long term stay generally.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I got a beer.
You do have a beer. What? Oh, that's St. Peter's.
Old
What is
style
that?
porter.
Ooh,
Oh,
dude.
okay.
Fancy.
The only one of those I think we ever got was the Christmas one. I don't think we ever got anything else
In
from
the
that brewery.
style
I love that bottle.
Oh yeah, the flask style bottle, fantastic. This
That's
is
incredible.
actually an older bottle. So
Is it
a
really?
long time ago, they went back to the round, and people complained so much they went back to the flask. This was a pretty old case of beer I got up in the mountains that have been there for quite a while. I got the whole case of beer for like $15.
Deal.
So okay, cool, thanks.
And it's still fresh too because time slows down up in the mountains where Paul's at.
In Pennsylvania, time moves different. That's why we call those beers PA fresh.
It's like he's
Because
really close. He's really close to
joke, Ray, a couple years ago, maybe like 5 to 10 years ago, we were getting fresh beer into PA on the shelf that was already 6 months out of date.
Oh,
we called
nice.
it PA fresh.
He lives really close to where Twin Peaks was filmed, so
Yeah, basically. A lot of weird, creepy, like Cronenberg sex going on around here.
Cronenberg.
Well, it's like a lot of bottle shops in Michigan too. Is a lot of them just keep the beer on the shelves until they expire. Sorry, not expire. They keep them well past expiry, and then it's just like you can find some interesting beers. Like I remember you used to be able to find I forget what it was. It was Le Grand Cru or something like that. It was a Quebec beer, and I remember in like 2020 or something, I was finding like a vintage from like 10 years ago. I was like, oh, cool! This is something I could never find in Ontario. I bought it and I wanted to try it. It was awful, but I was like, well, it's kind of cool just to try.
Like the last time I was on, I had a beer from 2017 that I bought fresh off the shelf, but it was happened to be fantastic. So it was okay.
Well, the thing is, though, guys, was it expired or was it the best before date? So it just wasn't at best. It was slightly less than best.
Yeah.
I've seen both in
let's
Michigan.
Say, like it was so past expired, you could say it was exhumed.
wow.
That's the thing.
Wow.
This
It's
is from
like,
2006.
Paul probably knows this reference, but what's that? Was it Street Trash or something where they bring out that liquor in a box?
Viper. Oh, they bring out Viper.
They bring out Viper.
And everyone drinks and explodes into cake mix.
They turn into
so
like
good.
melt, basically.
Mm-hmm. That whole film was funded by a cake company, so that's why all the explosions that you see is actually icing and cake batter.
What?
Is that?
Yes,
That's
it
not
is.
for real, is it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's all cake.
I gotta look this up.
The whole film is cake.
It was Street Trash, right? Yeah, 1987 Street Trash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Viper in the little flask bottles they were sipping. Yeah, it's all Viper. Yeah,
Street
it
Trash,
was funded by a cake company.
Is that the one that Lee showed us?
Yeah, that's that's one Lee showed us. That's how I remember it.
That's the one like they're drinking. Yeah, that's
where
the one
the
exactly.
the hobos
some
drink
weird shit.
the Viper
That movie
alcohol,
was actually
and then they
that
melt.
movie was actually very good. I like how the end of it was basically just the Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and then the movie The Stuff was basically fluff. So it was just
Fluff.
marshmallow. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I remember the first time I saw the stuff. It was on one of those city TV like horror marathons where they'd show a bunch of movies. So I think it was all in one night. I think it was Squirm, Frogs, The Stuff, and Night of the Lepus.
I have all of them on VHS.
Oh, I have no doubt that you do. But for me as a kid, it was just like, holy shit, this is amazing! Like all these. And then I think I got scared of worms after that movie. That movie terrified me.
Did you watch Slugs? Slugs from 1988 when the guy ate the slug that's in the salad and it blew out his eyeballs?
I think I have seen that movie, although I don't recall it off the top of my head, but I'm fairly certain I've seen it.
Tonight I watched Hell Train, Nightmare Sisters, and Private House of the SS Girls. That was funny.
Yeah,
a lot of sex.
I was going to say, the SS Girl one sounds like there's a lot of whenever there's Nazis in it, there's always a lot of nudity.
Yeah. Nazi exploitation with a bunch of sex. I mean, the Italians just know how to make films.
Like those Isla She-Wolf, the SS movies, those are, plus, I mean, the main actress of that is such fucking massive. Fantastic.
All right, so apologies to interrupt, but let's get back to the comments here, because we do read them on this channel. Justin Tinker was saying earlier that big enough for a CHL team is a poor barometer with Bathurst existing. Scott will get that. Western Canadian beer reviewer, who is Dan, who's usually on here some nights. Alblino, your dinner is almost ready. Get out of my basement and stay out of my beer. He's talking, I mean, he means Jamie, really. Alblino Reno says, I'd watch Freakishly Paul on TLC this fall. The Alkalots, we already know you're on Discord. You got the link, so that's awesome. Belino Reno says, I'm squinting. Is that new guy just Greg with glasses and a Hawaiian shirt?
Well, we've already established that Scott is just me with hair and a goatee and glasses. So there we go. There's Paul is Greg with long hair, and Nick is Greg with hair, and Ray is just skinnier Greg in a Hawaiian shirt. There we go.
I would say that we haven't had to mute or censor him yet, so he's doing a lot better than the actual Greg. So
I'm on my best behavior, Nick. I got to be nice when we have a new person on the show, and then after in about another hour, we all just pull our dicks out and freak out.
But why?
Yeah, Greg, that's the existential question. But why?
But
why does the dick take itself out?
Bud Dry? Try Bud Dry.
Why is the penis evil, Nick? Why is the gun good?
Why is it a good time to whip your dick out?
So
it's always a good time to whip your dick out. See how quickly I can take the show off the rails?
Wow.
We were talking about dicks, and now we're talking about dicks.
It's a good time. You said it's always a good time. The question was, why is it a good time to whip your dick out?
Because it's Tuesday. Fuck it, it's Wednesday.
Because it's Wednesday and it needs air.
When, where, why, how?
You guys, no, they're not on the TikToks. They're Tuesday. That means nothing to you guys.
My wife is obsessed with TikTok, and I'm just like, no, I just can't do it. It's too ADD for me.
Ablito Reno says, 2024 Calbino Gary Beer Fest, no moosehead allowed. I'm hitting the ceiling with a broom handle. It sounds like Dan is breaking a sofa upstairs. I hit the ceiling and my knife fell out. Thanks, Dan. Jeez, a bunch of wave inside jokes there. Okay, Tenafly Viper. Yeah. That's the name of the liquor that was in Street Trash. The Reno says Viper. Every time I watch a horror flick and a girl screams, it always reminds me of that time I almost knocked over that table of rare beer and Nick shrieked.
There's still a video of Nick having the most
we were at a
horrified girly scream.
We were at a bottle share with the albino rhino, and we had like $1,000 of beer sitting on a coffee table, and he almost knocked the coffee table over, and I was like, no.
Yeah, that was
Now, you
quite
have to
something.
remember
I
too,
think
guys, just so you know, and Nick, we already talked about this and stuff. In Niagara Falls, July 14th weekend area,
Oh yeah,
they're having a Brute Trooper hangout if anyone's available. It's going to be 390 of the Canadian dollars or 260 of the American dollars for 2 nights in a hotel room, Airbnb, with some shit. Ray, go take it.
Girls
Yeah,
provided.
Yeah, go ahead, plug it.
Girls.
So yeah,
girls
if
provided.
if you guys reach out to Shane's Craft
I'm
Beer
the girl
Review at
provider.
gmail.com, Shane will provide all the details. We are hosting a Brew Tubers get together this year. We all met together last year down in Chicago. It was an awesome time. We hit a whole whack of breweries. Shane and Paul and I have been putting together some stuff. We're gonna hit the Niagara local breweries. We're gonna just Shane found a wicked Airbnb. There's actually a basketball court in the living room. So
Wow.
it's an old bank. There's room for, I think we got a room for a few more folks if anybody wants to come out and hang out in Niagara that weekend. But you're looking at about $350 Canadian for the weekend for your stay. There's going to be some beers, some food, and then you got a good budget for extra stuff because you're going to want to buy beers while you're down here, and you're going to want to check out the Niagara sites. I honestly, I was not ready for this year. I thought we'd do next year here in Niagara, but Shane jumped all over it, and we're doing this year. So this is the third annual. It was Atlanta, Georgia first year, Chicago last year, and yeah, we got a whole whack of folks coming up. So Paul's going to be there, and Brian the Beer Snob's coming up, and
you may have convinced me until you told me Paul was going to be there.
yeah, I think
Greg and I are going to have bad love because I heard there's going to be a case of kokanee we can roll around in. So
There might
be.
be.
A case
might
of
be.
kokanee and go to the flying saucer afterwards.
We might actually get Ewart to come out from under the lawn
And then-
after all these years.
You're going to get him to come out under a rug?
yeah.
See if I can
Just tell him that Redbeard won't be there and call him an asshole.
And fluff her butthole up.
Just tell Ewart that Redbeard won't be there to call him an asshole, and I'm sure he'll show up. Bring all the whales. Bring all your cellared half hours on your beers. Or,
it's funny because there was a gaming channel / beer channel that I used to follow on Discord, and Redbeard was one of the guys. I'm not sure if it's the same guy.
Okay.
Oh, probably.
It's Redbeard.
Probably. Is it a
If it's
That
beer,
sounds like Redbeard.
bald
Yeah, they did-
guy likes to talk, has a red beard that goes down to here, and he plays.
Yeah, and if you say something grammatically incorrect, he'll correct you
He'll
immediately.
correct
It
That's
could
him.
be. They also had I think a cigar and whiskey channel as well on Discord.
No, he doesn't. He just does pot. Lots of pot.
We
Okay.
paraphernalia. He does food reviews too on his channel.
Yeah, and he's and at the beginning of his video, he goes, "What? Be going down, people of the world.
Be going down,
Just
people of the
starts that.
world." I'm actually kind of surprised that Kerry's not here tonight. He's usually here.
Yeah, because he's a fucking bitch. Because I told him he needs to be here. He needs to be streaming Kingdom Come Deliverance because I don't have a life, and he's my only source of comfort. And he didn't do it tonight, and that makes me hurt deep inside where I'm soft like a woman.
So speaking of deep and soft, I'm absolutely surprised
Say what?
how good your video and audio is, Paul, when you come this way, because the live through
StreamYard sucks.
StreamYard
StreamYard
it's horrible. I don't know why. Like,
See, I like using StreamYard, but StreamYard
I love
for
it.
Paul sucks. When it comes to like
Yeah.
anybody with low quality internet, like Scott, he
Yep.
was trying to hop on a StreamYard earlier and
Yep.
sucked. But I mean, his internet's still not great. But I mean, at the same time, it's just like it's better on Discord. I think
Sure.
Discord's got better algorithms when it comes to using lower bandwidth. So
Yep.
No, that makes sense. I feel like Paul is like perfect right now. Not, I mean he's
Yeah.
perfect anyway.
It's
But
perfect right here.
yeah, no, it's great, and I love the fact that like with the NVIDIA stuff that I use in the background on mine, I can still run my external speakers. I don't have to have a headset on. I've got a large diaphragm microphone.
No, it's great.
It seems to work fine. So
I don't say
Yeah.
large diaphragm in front of Greg too loud.
Yeah, I mean, if we, like Greg and I get around rolling around in that kokanee now, if we can go down to that basketball court and see how large we can enlarge our diaphragms, see if we can fit a whole basketball in there. But
that sounds like that sounds like a regular Wednesday night for me and Paul.
oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
You
we
guys do
are
you, and
people that are hot to try.
what happens in Niagara stays in Niagara. We're totally Vegas North, so
Just remember, the more it burns when you pee, the hotter the girl was.
You know, I'll tell you what, Greg. One thing I promise I won't do is smash your head against the fucking elevator this time. Sorry about that.
Oh, I'm actually kind of disappointed. You did so well last time.
Yeah, I did really do a good job, and I just so I mean, you laughed about it. It's really fun.
Oh, at that point, I was so drugged.
I mean, honestly, you're not joking. That because I just rolled my car like what.
Field for a while. Yeah, most people that brace themselves tend to be hurt the most. Most people that get hit and don't expect it,
Well, the weirdest thing was the passenger seat,
Justin.
right? Was completely the ceiling and the passenger seat were completely crushed in too. That was fucked up.
So my wrestling trainer said when you get into a car accident, pretend you're drunk, because if you're drunk, you're going to be more apt to be loosey goosey and stuff. So if you're going down in a plane, if you're going down in a plane driven by Mr. Tinker, just be loosey goosey, and then you'll survive, and he might not.
Yeah. Just be like the Goosey Lucy that bird struck your ass.
Hey,
be like a loosey
I
goosey.
have never crashed a plane intentionally.
I mean, there's a first time for everything.
That's pretty good. Intentionally.
Yeah, Nick, the YouTube, you got to fix your stream out.
Well, Nick is currently working on his other streams, so.
Yeah.
Why? What's going on?
He's trying to uncurl that giant.
He tried to fix his mic or something, and it foobarred the YouTube stream.
No. Damn it! Everyone is expecting the professionalism from us.
Oh my God! I can't work like this.
Good God, I can't even go pee.
Nick, you ruined the stream when you went pee.
All right, what's it look like
Your
online?
dick got
Is it still streaming?
Yeah.
Justin,
Okay, I still got sound
Talk
there.
to
Still
Justin.
got sound there. What's it look like?
Yeah, it's working now. You just have a pop up.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's because I wandered too far away from the this headset. As soon as I went over to the bathroom, it's just like, oh, your headset.
Stop putting the headset on your penis.
I know.
We'll buy you the premium
when it
headset
gets-
with the 40-foot range so that you can stand and tinkle.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
Because when I get an erection, it's too far away.
He literally
Right?
just gets up and his dick unravels like a fucking hose, and it just takes the headset with it. It's not his fault.
Next time I should just leave it here, but I got to make sure that Greg's not saying anything super racist. So it's...
Well,
he is doing something super racist.
And you know, I'm gonna say something super racist the second you leave too.
Yeah, I mean, last time I was on the Alkanauts thing,
Well,
I
wait to
heard
surprise
some
you,
fucking
they
about
totally
Mexicans
do not
at
see it
Home
coming.
Depot. It's fucking crazy.
Wait, what?
Pretty
Home
fucking
Depot?
hilarious,
Huh?
actually.
What?
Oh, there's no Mexicans in Canada. I went to a Home Depot, I didn't see any. It was something like that.
Jesus Christ!
Fantastic.
Yeah, in Canada they're just Polish people.
Oh, strawberry pickers. That's what they call them in Sweden.
You got the
Strawberry.
persecuted ginger minority up here in Canada, like all the
That's
rednecks.
Well, I'm gonna say something
yeah.
really racist here and then disconnect. To this day, Ayrton Senna is the best driver ever.
Ooh,
My God.
He's
All right,
gone.
who's the best
That
driver?
piece of shit. Justin is a maniac.
Ayrton Senna is a F1
But-
driver, I think.
By the way, whoever wants
there
to
we
be
go.
reminded of this.
That's me hitting you in the head.
That's Paul driving Greg's head into the elevator.
Elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone, it's from a video.
It's
Somebody
like-
just
it's
made a
like-
boomerang
it's like
of it.
the Undertaker fighting somebody.
Yeah, we were
Actually,
just.
it was like so slow motion. Like Paul was so gentle. He just wanted to gently smash my head to the elevator. He didn't do it hard. He just like.
I was like a little tiny dump.
I was just thinking, like, after the 2018 bottle share ended, we were just I was just waiting for the elevator to come up and get you guys, and then Paul just like tries
Man.
Greg's head into the elevator. Do you remember
Like the time Carrie wanted to get smashed in the face.
No, not the face.
No, just on the side
Yeah,
of it.
in the Chris Bams's piss up.
No, Carrie he was willingly letting people smack him in the face. Yes.
Oh yeah, that was when Scott apparently brutally hit him in
wasn't
the
there.
ear.
I've never met Carrie. I actually would love to meet Carrie. He seems very fun. Do you have the can you bring up the gif of Chris and I when we were there eating pizza and I said hi? Can you bring that up?
I don't think I have that one.
I keep sharing it every time it pops up. I'm not sure. Oh, but you just happen to have the doing one. Doing.
I do have the doing one. Oh, and fuck it, just I have it in my fucking Facebook
You
channel.
probably have me butt raping Gee gif there somewhere.
I know the one you're talking about. I don't think I have it though. Like I think I'm sure Nick or somebody else might have it, but I know the exact one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's that dumb high thing. Oh, good times. That was a great time.
I think that was not the first albino fest.
I'm glad I introduced you to these guys. They're great people, and you definitely need to jump on and have a good time because these are my boys.
What?
I've never said that word out loud in my life, but these are my boys.
Like BOIS?
Yeah, I mean like boys.
No, BOYZ.
Yeah.
BOIZ.
And don't worry.
Where the toxic relationship Paul keeps going back to.
Exactly. I cannot get away from these boys.
Yeah, and don't worry if it ends up getting too racist or sexist or too pro Trump, then Nick just takes the chat down anyway. So
yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it. But
go nuts.
I'll show you all my cigarette burns later. But these guys are very toxic. But I love them.
Right.
Yep. It's okay. But honestly, I think Hitler should have won.
Jesus
Christ!
Anyway,
is that GIF on Paul's paintings?
Yeah, but that's mine. That's mine. Yep. Yeah.
I'm trying to find the GIF, man.
If you scroll down, I don't post often or I don't repost often, so you'll see it. Mostly, it's just my outdoors thing. But every time I see it, I gotta repost it because that's a good memory. Off the 10th.
I'm trying to remember what memory
because
this
we're
was.
on Facebook.
It's funny because we were talking earlier tonight, and Off the 10th lives like 5 minutes away from me.
Oh, nice.
Which is nuts.
Oh, yeah.
But we've never actually connected to do anything beer
Mm.
related. So
You should go hang out at the Cask and
Chris
Kettle.
lived in Alberta.
I was gonna say, I mean, you should invite him to that. Unfortunately, he's almost never on the chats anymore, but he might be interested in that Niagara hangout.
Well, Chris
depending if he's
usually
available.
comes on. We watch movies.
we've tried, but so let's go
I
here.
thought Chris lived in Alberta.
No, Chris lives in
Chris
St.
Niagara.
Catharines, I think, isn't it?
No, he left St.
Oh,
Catharines.
okay.
He lived south of that.
No, he's still in Niagara, I believe, right now, just a bit northern Niagara,
Oh yeah, I remember.
which
this
really isn't that much further away from where he was before.
There's Chris, Jamie,
Oh yeah,
Pascal.
that was a good time. We didn't even expect Paul to show up. Paul just fucking showed up out of nowhere.
Hey,
Yeah,
there's me.
literally.
How you doing?
Paul just showed up and nowhere, uninvited.
I did.
No,
I
you just
surprised
totally-
you.
I mean, you can see the back of Greg's head in that,
And
just barely.
he woke up in the morning, puked behind his truck, and then went to the beer festival.
Nice.
Yeah, well, You had a good time.
That's totally
Love that.
totally Paul for you. You got so stupid drunk the night
Yeah.
before on whales that
Yeah.
they brought.
Drunk.
I got to say, for July, I'm really hoping that Alkanauts Paul is actually not away on vacation. It's his 25th wedding anniversary kind of that week. So his roommate might want him to be away, but we're actually really pushing hard for them to stay around. So just because, I mean, there's a crap ton of people coming up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Shane and I can't do this whole thing ourselves. We need our token drunk guy.
I mean, wow.
Well, does Greg have an option for you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Greg, if you and I want to get fucking shit faced to make up for a Asian Paul, I think we could do this. I think we can do this.
Yeah,
Come on,
he's
Paul, do it. Do it.
Hey, remember when you broke up a certain Rhino's marriage because you said you liked Asian women, and apparently you sounded exactly like them.
The Asian twins.
Hey,
remember
remember
this fucking
That's
radar?
fine.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Oh,
It's
fucking
radar.
radar.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Holy shit!
yeah,
A wild Sean, aka the Sith, has appeared.
Oh, that's like
The
he's
Sith-
like the half buzz.
Hey, Sean.
That's a bunch of new people. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Radar.
We've got Radar,
It's-
who is on Beer Gear Reviews, and Sean the Sith, who also guested on a lot of my beer reviews years ago.
He used
Nice.
to
And,
be on beer reviews.
Good friend
That's
of
when you
mine
posted
lives
beer
in
reviews.
Northwest Territories now, so he's reporting in from the other side
Yeah.
of the country.
Wow, Northwest Territories. I'd love to go there at some point in time. Who was the candid person in that beautiful Saint Bernardus beer review that you did that was aged by a wood stove?
That was Sean's beer.
That was Sean.
Yeah,
there
that was
you
the
go.
one. That was the
There
one that
you
he
go.
kept.
was
He kept
beautiful.
that Saint Bernardus 8 or something that was aged by your heater.
Lovingly aged by a wood stove or something. It was good times. I like that one. That makes
It's
me.
not as good as aging an IPA in your trunk, but it'll do.
I enjoyed that actually, Alexander Keys. I drank the shit out of that.
It was raised with quality beef.
Yeesh.
Yikes!
I'm also on
Dogs
baby
that
watch, so
teeth
don't be
is
surprised if I'm
best.
extremely
You're
distracted.
What's going on?
But I saw a bunch of
Okay.
people in here and thought I'd pop on and say hello.
Is it still sunny?
Hello?
there?
Well, it's nice to see you, man.
It's Northwest Territories. Yes, it's sunny until like
Ever.
11. What time is the sun?
No,
Isn't it sunny till like
No.
September?
yeah, pretty much.
Well,
What-
doesn't the sun technically go down there, but it doesn't go down by much. It still stays twilight during the summer.
Yes.
Who does it
That
go
is
down
accurate.
on?
That's
the
an
sun
interesting
goes
question.
down on me.
Down
So
on the Equipment.
When sunset?
The sun goes down with Elton John.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, why haven't you invited Nick up to Northwest Territories? Nick should be doing some Northwest Territory beer reviews.
Because he easily gets
Yeah.
shot. They'd think he's a polar bear.
Oh wow!
Sure.
Is Nick like the Wish.com albino rhino?
No, if he goes there, they're gonna mistake him for a polar bear.
Chad. That's why he had to leave the north because they kept trying to trap him.
Well,
I'm sure. I think he actually left because he was trying to fucking negate fucking child services, but it doesn't matter.
I see a PS coconut stout. Yeesh.
Oh.
From
Coconut
Northwest
is
Coconut.
gross.
Oh, coconut.
Nice. Keeping all
Hate
the good stuff to
coconut.
yourself.
Joe, where's Joe? Coconut.
fucking Joe, we liked him before he died.
I still have his skin. Mango madness.
Is that what you call his skin? Ooh, a head
Well,
stop.
actually,
Stop.
actually, you know,
Space
it's
Invader.
kind of hard to
I wanted
bring
Space Invaders, but he didn't have
Good
any,
one.
so I took 6 Bone Shakers instead.
Oh,
He's on.
I've got
oh,
quite a few. I've got quite a few bone shakers in my fridge, but I probably won't drink one until I'm ready to pass out.
I have never drank a bone shaker.
Well, we'll have to fix that if we meet again.
Yeah,
We'll shove a
Probably
bone
shaking
shaker
the
in your
bone.
mouth.
come here to Ottawa and yeah, me and Guy will get you hammered.
So
They will.
No,
They will. French people will violate you.
I was gonna say he didn't say drunk. They're gonna hammer me. That is some completely different shit right there.
Well, we got some 2x4s. A lot.
It's just they're just gonna dress like Mario and Luigi and make you their Princess Peach.
Well, guys, out
Back
there,
in your
You know what?
there's no drinking bone shaker out there. They just shake the bone.
Wow.
yeah, they shake that bone.
the
Oh,
Russian
Trust me,
shaker.
trust me. You can do both. I've done the experiment.
true.
You got two hands.
True.
You got two hands for a reason.
That's right.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, it was awesome to meet all you guys, but I have
Yep,
got an
comment.
early start tomorrow morning at
The last
7 a.m.
comment was
Oof, brutal.
I'm gonna have to say adios. Paul,
Adios.
thanks for coming on our show today. That was awesome. Great to meet all you guys.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Are you one
I
of
mean, you don't need to
Rod?
lie.
Rod,
And we do a weekly beer show, so if you ever want to come on again, let me know. Let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
They-
More than invited.
Well, here's the thing is,
Paul
you
and I are
guys
taking-
stop at 8, and they start a little after 8, so you're more than welcome and you're available. So get
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And if necessary, we
well,
can adjust the
actually-
start time. So
Yeah, 100%. Paul and I are taking the summer off. This is our last live for a couple of months now.
Right.
We got a lot coming up with the Brew Tubers convention coming up here in Niagara Falls in July. We're gonna be super busy, and just things are chaos right now for us. So we're gonna jump back in the fall with doing our lives. So if we're free, I'd absolutely love to jump back on. You guys are absolutely freaking cool. And somebody mentioned Rod May. So
who doesn't love Rod J?
yeah. So
Really?
I met the guy with what's the lady's name? Never mind.
Ashley?
Never mind.
Was it Ashley?
Mallory.
Mallory, yes.
Yeah, from
Mallory,
Premium
there you
Craft.
go.
Mallory and Chew, they're awesome. They hosted our get together last year down in Chicago. I think they're coming in July up to Niagara, so it's gonna be awesome.
God.
I threw a comment into the chat about if you guys are interested, let us know. There's a whack of really cool people, so much fun just to hang out with that are going to be in Niagara in July. Reach out to Shane at Shane's Craft Beers, Shane's Craft Beer Review at gmail.com or the Alkanauts at gmail.com. We're absolutely welcoming more people down. Shane found us a really cool Airbnb. He's telling the guys earlier there's a basketball court in the living room. Like, it's that big. But there's still limited sleeping spaces. So, it's so awesome. Like, we met a whole whack of people we'd never met. But if you've seen the YouTube reviews, you know the people. Because what you see is what you get with all the people that show up here. It's just a great time. But yeah, it's cool. And Rod J's coming.
Nice.
Niagara
Oh,
Falls.
that'd be cool.
Oh, Rod J.
Rod
He'll be
J.
getting some good deals.
He's gonna come to Canada to get a Rod J deal. Wait, Canadian beer prices? Probably
I was
not.
just-
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
He's probably gonna sleep over at what's the space there, Average Joe.
Maybe.
No, I gotta
Might-
get Average Joe up. I'm gonna focus on
You
trying to get.
gotta
Average
get Joe. You gotta get Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of cool content that comes out of that weekend. It's a bit of a nightmare for logistics wise, just because everything's so far apart in Niagara. But Shane and I are working on it. I might go out and buy a van just so we can drive people around. But got to figure out how to make that work and not tell the roommate that I'm doing it. But we'll figure this stuff out.
He's like on the other side hearing it.
Yeah. She's
Maybe
not
you're gonna
around,
have to
so-
live in a van down
By the river.
It's not that
It
bad.
It might be
Okay,
worth
I-
it. It's all good.
I could fit 3 people in my station wagon.
So
Yeah, living people though, or like you just stack the bodies.
Yeah, I can feel a lot more when I burn them and put them in the trunk.
Oh, Paul can fit many urns of ashes in his
But-
car.
Paul's stacking the dead hookers like hardwood.
Okay, let's go.
on that weird ass bombshell,
Nice having you on, man.
Later.
Adios, guys. Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much for having me.
Bye bye.
Thanks for coming.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Should I?
that's
Should I
kinda cool.
should I open a booth of the beer Omicron?
Yes.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, he seemed to be a pretty nice guy. I mean, I'd hope to see him on a BA
Yeah,
101.
I've seen him before.
Honestly, he's a very polite Canadian. What else do you want?
Oh, is he Canadian?
He doesn't seem like.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
I just hope we
Lives
didn't scare him off here, like with us being fucking weird.
Talk him.
Wait, who's
No, he's fine.
Yeah, no, he seemed pretty good. I'd definitely
Yeah,
have him back on.
listen, if he hangs out with Paul on a regular basis, then Paul is well stretched that diaphragm.
The real question's going to be, does he pass the Lee test?
I haven't hung out with him until like tonight, and I was being generally okay. There was a comment or two, and Paul was saying how young he looks for 52. I'm 51. I said, you don't look like a day over 52. And he goes, I moisturize. I said, well, cum does work miracles. And then so that was, and
I mean, that's
after
just
that, he's not here, so he seems okay.
Well, people seem to
He
come
seems
and
like-
go here.
They come and go.
Oh, all right. I'm going to finish reading the comments here. We got Albelino Reno says, yeah, we're still alive. Greg is the template upon which we have all been created. That's from
perfect.
that's from Jamie. Lee says, what's next week beer? He also said stream muted. I haven't really
Thanks,
picked out a
Nick.
beer for next week. Do we have any ideas, Greg? Since you're usually the only one else that shows up sometimes.
Didn't we talk about this? Didn't you say you want to do the unibrow pack or whatever available?
Yeah,
I
thought
I've
you
still
were
got-
saying Unibrew beer.
I still got a couple of Unibrew beers left. Yeah, I could get the pack again. Do you have any left, or Scott? Of course.
No,
Oh, it's all going to come down to your
Will it
internet
be-
too.
would it be available in PE?
That I don't know. And you probably have better
That's a
internet
whole
at
new
PI.
No, I will have better internet PI. I'm not sure if with 300 trailers sharing it with one other person.
Oh, I'm taking a look to see if I can find anything on the PEI LCC.
You gonna do like a Trois Pistoles or a Lafin? Not Lafin. We already did that one. Like a
I
Trois
have
Pistoles.
when we did. Well, yeah, we could always re-review Findemont, although I like to wait longer. I have a Trois Pistole left in the fridge, and I have.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I have a. I might have drank it. I think I have Medit, but I'm not sure. But anyway,
You
I
have
know
Terrible?
no, I don't.
So
I mean, I've got a 10-year-old bottle of Terrible, but I'm not doing that.
Why not? I got a.
Why don't
a
you?
pretty old bottle of Terrible. Why not? Do that. I'll bring you another bottle of Terrible. Give a fuck.
All
I
right,
bought a
so I'm on Unibrew. Nothing Unibrew and PEI at all.
Sorry, Scott, you got to turn down the job.
Oh. And I can always buy it in
New Brunswick before you
St.
go
John
back.
and bring it with me all the way. Yeah.
Well, you got to need something to drink when you're there, and there's no customs to go over the bridge.
I would actually be really interested to do Terrible with you. Oh, cheers.
Regular shot.
Oh, I didn't see him go. Fuck.
I would be very interested to do that bottle of Terrible with you, since I have.
So it looks like the mixed pack at the beer store is Modet, Le Fin de Monde, Trois Pistoles, and Benit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we didn't get. I think the pack we get here doesn't have El Benit in it. It's got like Petit Modit and Saison Libre.
It's on libre.
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 The way you say it, it's like it was pronounced. I mean, spelled Laever.
Whatever. Vive la bière libre.
French is
Suck
not
my
German.
Unibrew. He said, well, I gotta say, I can see if I can still get the pack. I know I have Trois Pistoles. Oh, it's on sale apparently. $28.99. I'm gonna get another pack.
You gotta.
There's
Yeah,
eight
let me know.
of
I gotta drive
them.
like 20 minutes to get this.
Few other store
Nothing
inventories
tastes
there.
better than foreskin cheddar.
So there is
foreskin.
foreskin.
I
Somerset
gotta go
Street's
pee. I
got
hope I don't mute the chat.
Wellington Road's got 10. Somerset Street's got 12. I know I got to get some more beer for the weekend, even though I'm on call and I probably shouldn't be drinking. Fairville Boulevard's got 11. I can go back. Yeah, I can get another pack of Unibrew easily. Is there any in Sussex? No, Scott drank all of it. Scott.
I'm going to St. John tomorrow.
Oh well, yeah. The East Point's only got 5. Somerset Street's got 12. Wellington Row uptown has got 10. Fairvale Boulevard over west has got 11. I'm probably going to go over to the west side tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll get a pack of the Unibrew again because I went through the last one pretty quickly.
I could probably
Variety.
find my girls will be here. I'll have to tell them to get off the fucking internet for a while at the end of the night, but I probably get like a Trois Pistoles again. If you don't want to do a terrible.
Yeah, like I know I can't get terrible. I can't well, I mean I'm not drinking the 2013 bottle of terrible as a just no. Because I have no idea. Well, yeah, I'll drink it, but I'm not going to drink it for a review.
Why not? Well, I could drink mine. I got a bottle of terrible.
I would review it in the context of it being a 2013 beer, but it wouldn't be like a.
At some point in time, I think you and I should do that together because I'd like to see the differences between your bottle and my bottle.
Yeah, if you want to do a dual review of it, sure.
Yeah,
I mean, it should be drank one way or the other. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. Okay. But. Well, yeah, it's obviously going to be drank. I just don't think it's going to be very good. And I also got to check to see if it's still there. Because I know last year, or was it the year before, 2022, when I was unemployed for a while, I was drinking, like, everything that was in my cellar. I didn't care how old.
Yeah.
And that was my unemployment story. Okay, so... Trois Pistol, I know for sure. I have a can still in the fridge. So if you can get one, Paul, Greg, you said you could get the multi-pack and it's got Trois Pistol in it?
I can get it. I have to drive about 20 minutes for it, which is annoying, but I guess I can do that.
Are you going to spend Can you spend $100 in gas to get a $20 beer?
I don't know about that. I might have to take my wife's car just so I can drive that far.
Oh.
I'll just take an Uber. It's cheaper that way.
Okay.
You can take it and not fill it up because it's your wife's car.
I mean, I do like it that I do like that. Like at least it's a mixed pack though, because I like unibrow stuff. So.
Stupid thing. All right,
Mississauga, McLaughlin Road, 7 kilometers away. Nick, are you kidding me?
7.
7.
7 kilometers away.
Mississauga traffic. That's like half-hour away.
Jesus.
Oh, hi, Bella.
Well, you better get your wife's car, because the Corvette will never make it that far on 1 tank of gas.
No, but you know what? There's a lot of. But luckily, there's a lot of gas stations along the way, so I'll probably be okay. Plus, I'll get to drive topless.
They're probably all charging stations now, so you can't get gas there because that would be illegal.
He hasn't gotten the electric Stingray yet, so.
I want that car, but it's like $200,000, so that's a lot of money.
I do not want that car.
Well, if you save your money for...
I'd rather have a 68 Stingray than a fucking 2028 Stingray.
If you stop eating out for a few weeks and then save your money and...
I'm not gonna stop eating out, and my wife will be unhappy.
Boxed lunch.
You can always do a lunch plan there, Greg.
No, it keeps them thin.
Lunch prep started every week. You can make lunch for like $5 a lunch.
I do that. I do lunch prep, Nick. I don't eat out that often.
That's
the
joke. Okay, so Lee Russell's in the chat saying these amateur issues with this channel will be deader than Greg's beer reviews. That's too soon.
Oh wow!
Wow, it is an amateur. Yeah, it's like amateur hour on here. Do we look like we buy our own subs? No, that's too soon.
Well, What's in the comment?
You know, all reality aside, I'm sad to hear that Greg Puckett passed away. He was probably the biggest beer tuber out there. But there's a lot of people with mixed feelings about the guy.
Wow.
We just lost Scott.
Well, I question. I mean, I know very little about the guy, but everything I've been told about why he was an asshole or something, it's like, well, yeah, maybe he wasn't somebody you wanted to be as your best friend or whatever. But like, he wasn't the next fucking coming of Hitler. So I mean, let's have a little.
Let's be real about it.
But the thing is, like, what happened to him though? He fell. He was in a place. It was in a good place where after he got hurt, and then he decided he doesn't want to do any help. He's just going to die naturally or whatever. It's sad that he's dead.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I hate to sound fucking stereotypical, but he's in a better place. You know what I mean? Like, it's better for him. And
he is in a better place. Like, I mean, listen, in his situation, if I fell and hurt myself in that way, I would probably feel the exact same way about it. I wouldn't want to.
So, was there any details of what he was doing? Was he like riding his motorcycle or something, or?
I think he just basically just went to do something and fell. It was as simple as that. It wasn't anything crazy.
That's a pretty hard fall to break your neck like that.
Brutal, man.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
See ya.
Have a night, Radar.
Bye, Paul.
Hey, I'll see you, Radar.
Yeah.
Radar will be back.
And just like that, we've lost most of her panel members and viewers.
That's all right. Paul is like Slapple with a faster internet connection.
Exactly. Still virtually homeless, but at the same time with a better internet.
Oh yeah. Well,
Lee Russell says, "All I know is his wife and stand up on her own 2 feet on camera."
Yeah.
His wife can stand up now.
He always had her under the camera. Yeah, exactly. There's no more crawling, which is nice. Because that was a little, cringy.
Well, if she was a loving wife that believed in what he was doing, then she'd
that was
probably do
okay crawling on the knees. I mean, well, she was a biker.
I mean,
like she was one of those ones. If you could read this,
hey, listen, he just liked her. He just liked her on all fours. He wanted her to build up those calluses so she wasn't in pain. So he was actually a very loving husband.
Not to make her tougher.
Greg's got the same kind of relationship,
I prefer
I bought my wife knee pads. I'm a gentleman like that.
Basement beer reviews is in the chat saying, "No time like the present. Break out those bottles of Terrible now."
Right. Do it, Nick.
Well, we'll have to plan it there, Paul. Whenever you're available to do it, we can do a review.
All right.
You can do a door review right now. You can just snip it into a
review right now. I'm going to bed soon.
Oh, Nick doesn't want to drink. Ed, you don't want to drink. What is it, like a 28% beer or something? And it's aged.
It's an 11-year-old bottle of fucking Terrible from Universe. It made it that old. Made it that age because I just forgot about it. I was like, hey, it's an aging experiment. Now it's like one of the few beers I have left from my old apartment when Neely was still alive.
It's called neglect.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, on that note, rest in peace, Greg's beer reviews. But that's all I'm going to say about it.
Absolutely.
Oh, listen, it was a shitty way to go.
I never had any negative or positive run-ins with the guy, so all I know is I heard he bought a lot of the subs.
I knew nothing about the guy, but as a human being, it was kind of shitty what happened to him, and
Oh yeah, that's just it. It's shitty to hear about somebody going out like that. So.
And since he's not here to deny it, I'm going to say, you know what? Greg's beer reviews are Lee. Boom.
Since Lee's not here to deny it, he'll be in the chat saying, fuck you, Greg, basically.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
And to be fair, he'd probably be in the chat saying, fuck you, Nick, too, so it's fair.
Yeah.
We both deserve a good fucking.
Not wrong.
I mean, not that.
All right, I think it's high time that we've had a really good night. This has been a better night than I expected. It was nice to have Ray on from the Alkanauts. I hope we do see him again. He seemed like a nice guy. Hope to see him and other folks from his channel. again, like he said, he mentioned that there's a big beer tube fest going on up in Niagara Falls, and I know I'm gonna miss it, but I mean, it'd be nice to go. I've got a thing going on the same weekend, so but I know Paul and possibly Greg might go as well. So.
I will absolutely not go, and it's not has nothing to do with the not wanting to go. It actually sounds like it might be a good time. I just don't typically do things like that in the summer. I have an expensive backyard that I plan to use every single weekend from now until it's no longer usable.
Lee Russell's in the comments, last comment here. So I don't care. I realize being an asshole about recently dead is not a popular thing to do. It's a me thing. I fully understand that, and we love you for it, literally.
Yeah, you can be an asshole to whoever you want to be an asshole to.
Yeah, it's his thing. We know it's his
Absolutely, ladies, you're right.
I mean, he's right, but
it's all good.
That's like a hard turn to the right.
Oh, Jesus. All right, I want to thank everybody who was watching tonight. We're going to take this thing offline, but we definitely enjoyed it, and we hope to see you next week, possibly
and,
for
tune into
a beer,
the Maxwell Star beer review for the Terrible review.
We're going to do.
2013 with
we'll
Paul.
do that eventually, but I think next week we'll do Trois Pistoles.
There we go. 12 pistols.
Have a good night, folks.